Hello everyone. Welcome to Happy Science Meditation Seminar. I'm Bob Imai, Minister of Happy Science. Thank you for joining us today. First of all, let me recite Prayer to the Lord. Prayer to the Lord. Our Lord, El Cantare, you are the source of all light, all power, all wisdom, and all love. May you give us light, give us power, give us wisdom, and give us love. O Lord, our Father, please protect this plant of love earth. Protect us from all evil, and open a future for us. O Lord, thank you for giving us light. We give thanks from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you again for joining us today. Today's subject is best object to pray when we meditate. Also, this is a part of this book, Miracle of Meditation. As for prayer, first, please pray to your own guardian spirit. Your guardian spirit is an expert of you, and he knows you the best. So please pray to your guardian spirit. And your guardian spirit determines a content of your prayer. If it's extremely high level and he decides that he cannot handle it, he will ask for support from someone of a higher level. Therefore, if you pray to your guardian spirit, he will find an expert to solve the problem that he cannot solve. So basically, you can pray through your guardian spirit. However, in other special case, Happy Science has guiding spirits group, and there is someone you really like. You can pray to the spirit too. However, there is a difference between the level of prayer and the level of enlightenment. So when a regular person practices meditation for light, there is no doubt that his or her prayer will not reach to eternal God of the universe directly. However, as long as an orientation is right, someone will catch your prayer since there is someone on the way. As long as people pray to some expert of an issue that people are concerned about, someone will receive their prayers, even if a ball doesn't reach God's. Someone will catch it. So as long as the content of a prayer is appropriate, someone in a direct line from God will accept the prayer. For example, since Andrew Carnegie is an expert in economic prosperity, even if people pray to them about recovery from some disease, he will not do much about these prayers. There are various groups, and each spirit, each divine being has a specialty. For example, there are experts such as Florence Nightingale and Edgar Cayce. I imagine that will be quite busy. I wonder who will take care of people's prayer when they pray about recovery from some disease. Anyway, if your prayer is oriented toward that direction, someone in that group of souls will catch your prayer. Someone will catch it somewhere. Once someone catches it, they will start examining the content of a prayer. They start examining at a court and determine whether someone will accept or deny the prayer. If they decide that someone will accept it, they will hand out documents to the person, and the divine being will be in charge of taking care of the matter. And he will start working. If the content of prayer is against God's will and cannot be accepted, unfortunately, such a prayer will bounce back. It is like firing into the air or launching arrows into the sky. They will fall back down or they will go somewhere. Likewise, in this planet and the universe, many bullets and arrows that didn't hit are flying around. There are many thoughts that didn't reach God and fall wandering around and around. Sometimes these thoughts affect some people on some occasion. In this way, thoughts that were sent out will wander around endlessly if nobody receives them. Therefore, a dangerous aspect about visiting shrines and temples is that some of these places are where such wandering thoughts gather. When one goes to such a place and makes a prayer, if his or her mentality is in the right state for his or her prayer to be accepted, and it is also determined necessary to be accepted, his or her prayer will be accepted. However, usually people pray to the God just wanting to be heard. They pray enthusiastically and go home. So they send out their thoughts. If their prayers are not accepted and fall back, what do you think will happen? They will fall to other people's head. When thoughts gather and accumulate, a power will be created there. For example, when many people who pray for business prosperity gather, their thoughts for prosperity accumulate. Various speech from the fifth dimensional world and above will respond to these thoughts. Adequate spirits will gather to a righteous thought, and they will start guiding. Therefore, when you pray, you need to correct your mentality and start praying humbly. If you think your prayer is righteous, you may send out your thought. However, whether or not your prayer will be accepted is determined by the people above. So you need to leave it that way. If you keep sending out your thought, you will become obsessive. You will be carried out by it. So you need to be careful about that. Generally, you will pray through your guardian spirit. But if you have other special purpose, it is okay that you pray to someone who is an expert in what you are concerned about. Today, we will practice meditation for realization of hopes. Let me first explain what the principle of hope is. What is the principle of hope? That is to start with believing that humans are existence who can create their own lives with their thoughts. You should start from this. Believing that you can unfold your own life with your thoughts. This is the starting point. For those who don't believe this, life is a series of coincidences in the first place, and nothing more than that. You should first believe that your thoughts open up the way and create your life. Then you must understand the methodology of how thoughts actualize themselves. This is, you must grasp the fact that thoughts are kind of radio waves and broadcasting. Broadcasting is conducted as a station, or a radio wave is emitted from a station, means people somewhere in the world surely receive this radio wave. A radio wave, but it is certain that somebody is receiving them. You should first believe this. That is, thoughts are a message toward all the humankind. Even when you generate thoughts, they travel to China, the US, Europe, and Asia. This is the nature of thoughts, and nothing can block them. The speed at which thoughts travel is said to be as fast as farther than that of light. That means thoughts arrive at the other side of the globe the moment they occur. And they get at lost antennas, goes around the globe and comes back to you. That's how thought works. The proof of that thoughts are radio waves received by all the humankind is the same as that for a satellite, relayed by an artificial satellite. Radio waves emitted by a broadcasting station reflect as a layer somewhere in the atmosphere and received by antennas as the ground. Likewise, thoughts generated in Japan travel around the world and reach different places. And radio waves not received will come back to you after going around the earth. Humans should then recognize two issues as important points about thoughts. The first point is that people won't receive thoughts unless they are emitted. The second point is that thoughts come back to you without failing. Then we come to the issue of how things would go differently depending upon the nature of the thought. Suppose you are in the period of winter. If you are always telling yourself that even harder glacial period will come and wish, that is belief at the bottom of your mind, that much worse life is awaiting you. People on the ground receive these radio waves and they act them out. Radio waves not received by other people will come back to you after traveling around the earth. That will make you draw a miserable future. bad thoughts come back to you. Misfortunes will happen to you as a result. This is what happens. On the contrary, what will happen if you always have a good thoughts? And when the vibration of the good thoughts travels around earth and come back to you, you will become much better off you. You'll be in both physically and mentally superb conditions. That's what happens. Human must understand such laws of thoughts in thinking about the principle of hope. This thought, in short, is a will. If you fully understand the nature of this will and are able to use it to the fullest, life as you wish will develop. The laws of realizing hope, which I advocate, doesn't fall in either. That is, you don't consider yourself such a worthless being. You think that because you are wonderful situation will develop. That is to say that because you are a being living up to the mind of divinity, the divinity protects you. You can say that it's neither our power nor other power, but an absolute power. This is a state of mind where you are on the level ground with the divinity, and the divinity is on the level ground with you. That is divinity, and you are directly connected. This is neither you of a weak own power separated from the divinity, nor other power faith where you throw away weak self and depend on other power of salvation. This is called an absolute power. When humans are awakened to the principle of absolute power, they first can obtain courage to live, because you are wonderful child of God. Circumstances suitable for a child of God will unfold before your eyes. Today, we will practice Eightfold Path right will. Please check the following points. Are you able to calm your mind and sustain a right life plan in terms of your soul training and the creation of utopia? Second, are your prayers for self-realization in accordance with the mind of Buddha? And do they help raise the level of your enlightenment and further refine your character? Now let us recite prayer to guardian and guiding spirits. Prayer to guardian and guiding spirits. My guardian and guiding spirits, deep inside of me, you are the fountain of life, the light of hope, the source of wisdom, and the shield of courage. Every day may you help me develop my soul and define my mind. Every day may you give me inspiration and show me the right path to follow. Please protect me from all evil and guide me in living a better life. For this, I give my thanks. Now, please begin the reflection on right will. Please endure reflection. Now let us practice meditation. Meditation for realization of hopes. So let's begin.
Let us now move on to the second meditation, meditation for the realization of goals. Meditate on what you want to accomplish in the coming year. Envision yourself realizing these goals. I'm sure that each of you has something that you want to accomplish more than anything else in the next year. I'd like you to visualize it very hard. Now, sit up straight, steady your breathing, and close your eyes gently. Think of what you want to accomplish the most this year and enter the meditation of the realization of goals. Tell your mind of your goals for this year and call to mind your deep conviction to accomplish and realize them. Begin. End your meditation. This meditation is very important because you focus on a concrete goal like the one for next year. During your meditation, you focus your will on the course that you want your life to take over the next year, or what you want to become like in 1 year. And it's important to make a habit of reflecting on whether you have accomplished the goal at the end of the year. Picture yourself a year from now, and focus strongly on what you want to happen. Then, reflect on how you do at the end of the year. Compare where you are to where you want to be, and you will grow and progress greatly. Without goals, there can be no progress. Without goals, there's no passion. Therefore, it's vital that you define your goals and ideals and focus on achieving them.
Thank you, Lord. How was your meditation? Could you visualize your hopes realizing vividly? Master Oka's teaching is the love of God, which is trying to make you happy. If you can become happier, that is a proof of love from God. Please study the truth and put it into practice. Once you recognize the love of God, please try to share it with others by giving the Kyoten, Book of Truth, to the people around you. Thank you very much for joining us today, and we will see you next week. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.